Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Shaman Women's Centre's online mindfulness program. Today, we're looking at recharging in nature. So, we're going to be taking part in a meditation, a visualization to ground yourself through the difficulties and anxieties we've all been going through recently. So I'm Sadaf and if you'd like to follow Shaman Women's Centre on their Facebook, Instagram and YouTube accounts, feel free to drop them a follow to find out more and see more meditation or mindfulness sessions together. So we've been exploring over the last few months lots of different topics such as kindness, gratitude, empowerment, self-care, decluttering the mind, decluttering the home, so many different sessions, and I hope you've derived some benefit from that. So, because the reason why we deliver these sessions is because the mind is so powerful, especially in the present moment. The here and now is where we can make those really important changes in our lives in terms of our well-being for the better. And we can heal ourselves in so many different ways by noticing our inner strength, our compassion that we have, and the kindness that we have, by focusing on the present moment, because that's where change begins. And our thoughts and our interactions and actions, if positive, are really great tools to help us to heal in so many different ways. So together we have begun to discover the power of visualization and meditation and mindfulness practices in the present, because it helps us to focus and bring all our physical, emotional and psychological elements together as one, and we can end up doing the best that we can do in our daily lives. So, today we're going to be talking again about grounding. We briefly covered it in an earlier session, but what we're going to do today, we're going to look at how we can recharge in nature and ground ourselves in our daily lives to help us to get through the day and achieve what we need to achieve in small steps. And it's really important to ground ourselves for lots of different reasons. It's important to anchor ourselves emotionally and psychologically in our lives. Life has been for sure extremely challenging over the past year, and it's been really important for us to find our anchor in amongst these certain uncertain times. I mean, I'm sure some of you are watching today and you found it really hard to cope with lockdown in your own way, and perhaps you've been worrying about lots of different things, and maybe your job's been affected through furlough or loss, actually losing your job, and your finances have been impacted as a result. Or maybe you've been suffering from your own health or relationship issues, for example. Everybody's going to be going through different things, or bereavement or loss, etc. So, when we worry about things, it can affect our behaviours. For example, our sleeping patterns, sleeping at night. Perhaps you're waking up more or finding it difficult to get to sleep or struggling to get up in the morning. Perhaps this sounds familiar to some of you today. And if that's been the case, feel free to drop a comment below to see how that's impacted your life. And there's been so many unknowns during this time. One thing for sure is we know that the process of heading out of this is on its way. We're going to head out of this lockdown together, and shops are beginning to open again this week, and we're beginning to see some kind of normal again. But it's going to take time for people to adjust to that. So as the sun begins to rise and the ground begins to warm, it's about beginning to enjoy the moment and be a bit more positive about things. So the weather is really helping. So, without a doubt, what we can say, people have felt so many different emotions over the last year throughout lockdown. I mean, Leicester has been in lockdown the longest in the whole of the UK, and we should be proud of ourselves to have got to where we have right now. So, what can we do to ground ourselves to cope better? One method of doing this is by grounding ourselves mentally or anchoring ourselves mentally through mindfulness and meditation. There's so many different ways. So, for example, when we're caught up in our problems, we can end up losing focus on our day-to-day lives. We can feel a loss in terms of where we're going, and we really begin to overthink. Our mind begins to get away with us in terms of overthinking, worrying about stuff. And that's why it's even more important now than ever that we begin to ground ourselves or learn to ground ourselves if we don't already do it. And holding on tight to whilst everything around us has been chaotic and finding that calm. And another way of grounding ourselves is through visualizations. There's so many different methods, and the use of metaphors, for example, or relaxation to access a different part of the brain. I often use the metaphor of the storm or the hurricane. Just imagine life is like a hurricane or a storm or a tornado. Scientifically, we know that hurricanes can rip up everything literally in their path. They can rip up homes, cars, buildings, and cause devastation wherever they go in their path. But what science has proven that within the eye of the storm, it's actually calm compared to its outer parts, which are rotating. The winds are rotating at extremely fast level, excessive speeds, whilst consuming everything in its path. Now, does this sound familiar in terms of how you function, how you get caught up in your own storms of life? That's because we begin to become absorbed too much within our problems, and we get caught up within our own problems, within our own storms of life. Now, I often advise people who get caught up in their problems to step back into the eye of the storm where it is calm, because we can't focus properly on what's important without grounding ourselves in amongst the chaos first. So I would like to think for a moment. Imagine you're whirling around the storms of life with all your problems, and it really becomes difficult to identify what those problems actually are. And they all become merged into one, and everything becomes a blur. And we keep trying to move forward, but we're unable to actually see what the main problem is in terms of what's affecting us or holding us back. So again, I emphasize the importance of stepping back into the eye of the storm where it's calm, so you can prioritize your issues in the here and now, in the present moment. And that again is, as I say again and again, is where the change actually begins. So what happens is, once we step back into the eye of the storm, only then is when we begin to really see what the issues are and prioritize them. We begin to identify, imagine you're in that centre of the storm where it's calm, you identify maybe that's your relationship issues, they're your finance issues, and that's your health issues, etc., or your mental health issues. And once we've prioritised those, or we notice them and we begin to bring attention to them, we begin to see what the issues are, and we can actually start to do something about it. Now, because you've grounded yourself in the eye of your storm, where it's calm and you can focus, we begin to calm the body and the mind and gain the clarity and strength that we need to move forward and break out of that vicious cycle that we're often trapped in, and begin to regain that control in our lives again. I want you to think for a moment. Imagine a plant. How does a plant or a tree stay upright when the wind thrashes its leaves or flowers or branches? Well, the roots stay literally grounded in the earth, and it holds firm during harsh weather conditions. So imagine now that plant is you. What could potentially happen? Well, you would not feel able to tackle the issues that life throws at you. You could feel stuck, and perhaps you feel tethered to your storm, and it's really hard to get into that calm space to identify your issues. And also, if you were that plant, you wouldn't be able to bloom and shine your light as you were meant to do in this life, and you wouldn't be able to enjoy those moments and evolve as a person. So, start your day by grounding yourself. I try to do this every morning. I like to make myself a tea or coffee and stand and look at the small plum tree in the back of my garden. And it doesn't matter what the weather actually is. It's actually become part of my day. When everyone's asleep and I'm up early, I stand and I tell myself the following. I say, I should be like that tree. I should be strong. I should be patient, because it's the roots of that tree run deep into the earth and they are firm. And I tell myself I should be like that tree. So we're trying to find a constant in our lives to focus on that. When we focus on the constants, on the strong things in our lives, we begin to emulate that, or embed that within our own mindset as well. So, and it's okay if you don't have a tree. Perhaps you have a plant in your home or a beautiful picture of a tree or a plant that you can use for that exact purpose. Now, with that, I think it'd be really good for us to do a grounding visualization. I can take you also on a trip into a lovely, beautiful summer's day. So, let's get visualizing. So, in your own time, if you'd like to take a moment to find a comfortable place to sit or lie down, I would like you to bring your attention to your body and just notice how your body feels in this very moment. And you don't have to cast any judgment. Just noticing the weight of your head over your shoulders and releasing any tension you may experience from your arms, allowing any stress or tension to flow through you, out of your hands and through your fingers. Now, relax your back muscles and release any tightness you're experiencing, perhaps in your stomach. Just notice how your legs begin to relax, following all the way down to your feet and your toes. Don't worry if you're finding it difficult to relax right now. It will come with time and practice. As you lie there relaxing, bring gentle attention to your breath and inhale deeply and slowly, breathing in all the way to the crown of your head, and exhale out slowly and deeply, so much so that you can feel your body relax. Just take a moment to observe the alignment of your body, whether you're sitting or lying down. As you lie yourself back, you can settle down and begin to relax and just make yourself nice and comfortable. You can notice the weight of your head resting there, perhaps on a pillow or against a chair. And you can be aware of your head relaxing on the pillow or against that chair, knowing that those pillows or that chair will fully support the full weight of your head. So you don't have to hold any stress or tension in your shoulders or neck. You can just let your head rest back nice and relaxed and just let go. And you can relax your shoulders too, because you know that you are supported wherever you may be right now. It can take your full weight, your full height, every muscle, every fibre of your being as you just relax back into your place of rest, fully supported. Because now is the time for you to do nothing. You don't have to be anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You can just lie back and relax. And your mind can drift and dream as you hear all the sounds around you, perhaps the sounds outside or wherever you may be. None of these things need to distract or disturb you, as they comfortably remind you that the world is safely still turning. And you can allow yourself a moment to just rest back, relax, and let go. You can let go of any tension in your stomach or across your shoulders. Ease off those muscles in your back and down your spine and along the muscles in your legs, down through your ankles and all the way to your feet, your toes, even your arms. And with every finger loosening and relaxing, perfectly at ease. Drifting and dreaming with your thoughts as you pay attention to your breathing. That gentle rise and fall that happens all by itself. And with every breath you take and with every word I speak, you can just let go. As you relax there, listening and enjoying these moments all for yourself, you can let your mind drift away and dream. I'd like you to imagine something for me. You're standing at the top of a small hill, looking across a beautiful valley, and it's summer. You notice ancient oak trees and the wind gently blowing through their branches, this way and that, from side to side. As you stand warming in the sun and your feet touching the grass, you feel nice and relaxed. This place that is full of so much peace, hidden places to be explored and relaxed within. This is your special place that nobody ever goes but you. As you stand under a beautiful strong tree, you notice the birds chirping and singing around as you lazily watch under the gentle shade of the tree. You begin to imagine what is beyond what the eye cannot see. As you begin to walk slowly with no care in the world along a path in the ground below your feet in the grass, you ponder on how this path that is worn through years of use and could tell you 1,000 tales. You ponder with curiosity at what lies ahead. Flowers around you give you a feeling of comfort and expectation as to what you will find, and perhaps you hear the distant yet beckoning song of birds as they invite you to your special place, somewhere you're safe, happy and so relaxed. You notice how the sky is the deepest blue you have ever seen, and the clouds are fluffy and far and few between. Now, as you relax there and feel the gentle warm wind blow through your hair and the sun gently warming your skin, perhaps you begin to feel a sense of excitement or curiosity as to what you will find. You feel the sun warming on your face and a gentle breeze flowing through your hair. You feel refreshed and warm by the sun. And you notice the sound of water bubbling gently over rocks. As you walk a little further, you come across the most beautiful babbling brook you have ever seen. Your eyes catch the silver shimmer of the light catching the ripples in the water, and the water is so clear that you notice small fish swimming amongst the pebbles. Perhaps you find yourself sitting down between two beautiful plants not far from the brook, and you notice a set of beautifully carved ancient steps made of stone, steps down towards the brook. Somehow you may feel you've been down this path before, or perhaps it's somewhere you've seen, heard, or even visited. You know that as you begin to make your way down those solid steps, you will find yourself relaxing more and more. And you can just let go of any stress and tension and just drift down into a beautifully quiet and calm place. And at the bottom of the steps is a beautiful bench made of entwined branches that are covered in white, sweet smelling tiny flowers, and you are calm and relaxed, enjoying these moments all for yourself. As you begin to walk slowly, enjoying the warmth, sights and smells, you notice how relaxed and happy you feel in your special place. And as you make your way along that country yard that's lined with beautiful flowers, you feel safe and comfortable. You remind yourself of all the success you've already achieved in your life, smiling faces of friends and family and loved ones, things that you have achieved. And as you walk down along the side of the babbling brook, you walk past a beautiful bridge, an old, ornate, beautiful bridge, a bridge that time forgot. And you can hear its gentle creak, signalling the gentle pass of time. As you stop and look at the bridge, you come to realize that the sound of the bridge is a sound of a moment passing. And the space in between the gentle creak of the bridge is where we truly exist. The space in between that sound, as you decide to place your mind in that space now. As you place your mind in that space now, you realize that the past is gone. And gone with it is any opportunity to change what's happened. And yet you understand that the wonderful truth is that we don't have to change the past. You have coped with and survived everything from your past. And the future is just a dream. Dream that you can colour with your bright and clear possibilities. You can choose to imagine your future just as you choose it to be. You can fill it with joy and happiness and all the success that you truly deserve. But it all begins in this very moment, where all is real. And before you move on from the bridge in front of you, you see your reflection in the clear waters of the stream, and you feel calm and relaxed, enjoying these moments. Because something has changed. You don't know quite what it is, but something has already changed for the better. This inspires you to turn and move forward along that path. As you walk, you begin to discover so much about yourself and how you will find that comfort, peace and understanding that already exists deep inside you. For in this special place you can imagine and create and rehearse and be the person you seek to be, the person that you truly are. I want to remind you that your life can be fun. Every part of your life can be a joy, and of course course, it all now depends on you, because you and only you can allow thoughts to live in your mind, and how you think determines how you feel, and how you feel influences the world around you. And you can learn to choose your thoughts with awareness of their power. You can plant beneficial thoughts in your mind, and day by day you'll find more and more how important it is to choose your every thought with care, because the thoughts you seed in your mind, the concepts and beliefs you accept with feeling, inevitably become your own living reality. And how you choose to think today influences all your tomorrow. And your life is too valuable, too miraculous to be left to chance. Because the big game in life is a kind of treasure hunt, with the real you as a treasure worth finding. Now, each and everything you do better than you've ever done before. You approach each new task with complete ease of mind, knowing that you are relaxed and in a perfect frame of mind, calm, relaxed and confident. Every day your confidence grows. That means that tomorrow your confidence grows, and the day after it grows stronger than before. As you practice being more and more confident, so your confidence grows and becomes stronger as more and more your feelings of self-worth become strong and powerful. So, each day with each new situation, whenever you need to, you take control, calm your mind and disregard troubles, and you are calm, relaxed, poised, competent and confident. You are your own person. As you leave here today, you go into the world looking forward with a new and determined optimism, for you are armed now with new knowledge and understanding of the person that you are, unique and special, your real self, confident in your own abilities to be true to those values that really are important, and to recognize what is false and inappropriate. You learn to love and respect yourself for the person that you are, and you learn to be happy with all that you have. Yesterday is gone, and with it is gone all the influences that could make it different. Tomorrow is but a myth that you colour with your imagination. But today, in this very moment, all is real. For this moment we live, and then that too is gone. We either seize the moment and enjoy it, or waste it. You can choose too which reality is yours. Now, in your own time, if you'd like to take a few moments to bring attention to your body, starting at your toes, through your legs and into your belly, and up your back, up through your arms and shoulders, and from your shoulders and neck, back to your precious breath. And slowly, in your own time, if you'd like to open your eyes and adjust to your surroundings. I hope you found that visualization and that trip to your special place on a beautiful summer's day useful. Remember, we can find that special place within our minds anytime we choose to. It's just learning to be able to access that point. So thank you for today. Next week we'll be looking at sleep and how the lack of or too much sleep can actually affect our daily routines and how we function and how it can cause dis-ease in our lives. So with that, I'd like to leave you with a quote. Nature is the greatest place to heal and recharge and ground yourself. So until the next session, I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye.